Well, good evening, West Ham fans. Let's talk about the David Moyes and James Ward-Prowse press conference ahead of the game tomorrow. Yes, everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. David Moyes and James Ward-Prowse have just finished their press conference in Freiburg ahead of tomorrow night's game in the Europa League, last 16 first tie. As always with the European games, that you have the manager, and you have a first team player as well. And it was JWP's turn to be quizzed by the press. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about team news. That's what we all want to know straight away. Reasonable, clean bill of health by all accounts. Basically, it's a question mark over. There was a question mark over Aguerd and Cornet. So we'll have to see about those two. Other than that, we're okay. So we've got a question mark about Aguerd, and Maxwell Cornet hasn't travelled. Or is that a question mark of both and they haven't travelled? I think you're saying there's a question mark over Aguerd and Maxwell Cornet hasn't travelled. I think, but I can't really. That's not the best explanation, David. So we have to see other apart from those two. So we should have a reasonable, clean bill of health, I think. But whether Aguerd has travelled or not, I don't know. Because what does that say to you? We've got a question mark about Nayef Aguerd and Maxwell Cornet hasn't travelled. Yeah, okay. So that to me means that Aguerd's there, and he might play. Maxwell Cornet hasn't travelled. That's the way I've read that. If you think that's right, let me know. If you think it's wrong, let me know. But yeah, so apart from that, clean bill of health. Asked specifically about Lucas Paqueta. Obviously, this upturning form has probably coincided with the fact that he's back on the pitch. He basically said Lucas has only just come back from injury, but he's done really well. And I think the pair of them, he's talking about Lucas and Emerson, have linked up very well, as you can always imagine. Asked about Europe. We hope our experiences over the last 2 years will help us. But we've been here not too long ago, and played Freiburg at home not too long ago. We're not sure what that effect will be, but we're hopeful of doing well. I want us to give another great run in Europe. I also want us to qualify for Europe again in the league. So that's what he wants us to do in the league. We had a period where we weren't so good, but we're back on form at the moment, and I sense we're getting back to where we should be. Hopefully that continues tomorrow night. I hope so too, Mr. Moyes. I hope so too. Asked about his opponents, Freiburg. He was very complimentary of them, and he said the interesting thing is that I think there were 3 ties where teams were drawn against each other. Freiburg have had to beat Lens, which was a good result, and we will have to play well again and try to get positive results. We certainly will have to. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, loads of fans have travelled out there despite travel disruptions, and fair play to you guys, and hope you enjoy. Hope the beer is flowing. Hope the beer is flowing. Asked about specifically the fact that there's fans at the ground now, where obviously there wasn't fans last time we played Freiburg, because we had that ban, didn't we? He basically said, have to say, I find the atmosphere in Germany is incredible, possibly better than the Premier League, and I hope the West Ham fans enjoy it and get home safely. I think there's been some travel disruption, so I hope they get here okay and are able to support the team, and I'm sure they will. Asked about the effect of Prague on their resilience and their enjoyment of Europe. He goes, I never felt we were doing too bad in terms of the European campaign and the season last year. Our league position was good, and we were doing well in Europe. Recently, I think we've shown people we're resilient, and we'll keep trying to push to improve. I think for West Ham to be a European club was incredible. We've now been on that run for 3 years, and we've played over 30 games in those 3 years. We want to keep going and building it, and we certainly do, because it's great to seeing all the pictures. Very jealous of seeing all the pictures of people out there. All the beers I've seen in the various travel pictures as well. H, particularly, bless her, has and plenty of others. It's quite fair play to them. And then that was it for Moisey. That was it. Then he passed over to JWP, and he took the assist. So asked about Europe for him, he was again, quite complimentary. He goes, "It's the first time I've reached the knockout stages in Europe. It's always a good experience, and as a player, you want to play in the best competitions. For me, it's good to get to this stage, but as a club, we're aiming higher. and hopefully we can keep going on this run. Again, asked about his time at West Ham. He's really enjoying the start of his career at West Ham. I think it helped joining with the momentum of the Europa Conference League win. We'll get back to that in a minute. And it's been an honour so far, which is good to see. Asked about Lucas Paqueta as well. He's a fantastic player and a key part of the squad. Him just being on the training pitch gives everyone a lift. He's a typical Brazilian player. He likes to enjoy himself on the pitch and has a great influence on us. So very complimentary about Lucas, same as obviously Moyes, as you could imagine. Pretty much saving his bacon, in all honesty, I'd say. Obviously, there's been calls for JWP to get back into the England squad. We've obviously playing lots of football at the moment and lots of regular Premier League football. Asked about his international aspirations, he basically said, England is always in the back of my mind. I've been in and out over the last few years, but the only thing that's going to keep me in there is playing regular and to a very high level. I'll keep working hard and hopefully that call will come, and hopefully it will come, JWP. We'd always want to see another West Ham player in the England squad. You've got to have 3 to win the World Cup, though. So who else? Calvin Phillips, technically. Technically at the moment, but obviously one way he can do that is by scoring those free kicks. Hasn't scored a free kick yet for West Ham. Obviously he needs one more to equal David Beckham's all-time record in the Premier League. Asked about free kicks specifically, he said, it doesn't play on my mind. I scored a lot of free kicks in a short amount of time, and I'm not phased about not scoring for a while. It's down to me to work even harder to make it happen as soon as possible. We wouldn't mind one tomorrow, but let's be honest, at all, to get us going. Obviously, he mentioned about joining during, in the aftermath of winning the Europa Conference League, and asked, what impact that has on this European run now. And he basically said the experiences the players gained will always be beneficial. We all love playing football, and it's the celebrations as well as the performance. When a team wins a trophy, they want to keep doing it. And that's what we're all trying to do here. And we hope you do, my friend. We hope you do. And that was it. So nothing groundbreaking. You never get groundbreaking press conferences anyway, but let alone on these sort of quite rushed, because they've obviously flown in this afternoon. Might have done a little bit of training this afternoon in Germany. I don't know if they did. I'm just guessing. And then they put it into the press room. The Freiburg one was done early this afternoon. Somehow Martin and John ended up getting into the press conference. I don't know how they managed that one, but they took pictures of it, so I know they're there. So yeah, we'll have everything coming up tomorrow. We'll have predicted 11 show. We'll also do a bit of a preview about Freiburg themselves, and then we'll get ready for the game. We'll do obviously the watch along and stuff like that, and hopefully 3 wins and a bounce in 2 weeks would be nice, wouldn't it? And then obviously we move to Burnley on Saturday. There was one. Have I got the extra? There was one more question. JWP was asked about David Moyes. What did he think about working with David Moyes? I'm surprised he was very complimentary. The job he's done has been superb, and while I've been here, I've thoroughly enjoyed working under him. We have to focus on tomorrow night and going back to London Stadium with a good result. And obviously on Sunday we play Burnley, a side which we should win as well. So could we have 4 wins? 4 wins in 4? Could it be? I don't know. Anyway, you keep an eye on the latest news, reviews, and opinions. Is to make sure you subscribe to the West Ham Network, hit the bell notification, give it a like, give it a cheeky comment as well. Obviously, we love reading all your comments. We put them together in shows. We had Holly Reacts this afternoon, which was a great show. Loved it. Then we had Hammers Headlines. We spoke about, what did we speak about? We spoke about the German winger we're linked with. He looks quite good, actually. He looks quite tight from Stuttgart. And then tomorrow morning we'll be talking about some of the Exodus players that are going to be on their way out as well, and because there's been a bit more development over the last 24 hours about that. But until then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, enjoy the rest of your evening. Tonight there's no Jamie Talks. He's too busy in Freiburg getting on the old. We'll have a few vids for him from tomorrow, but he's too busy on the old jars. And also he's working for the club at the moment. He's doing some Instagram stuff for them. But we will have Old School Hammers tonight, 10:30. Budgie Kieran, they'll be on the shows doing their sort of live show 10:30 UK time. So keep an eye out for that. Until next time, take care, my friends. Come on, you bloody irons.